Jesus Christ. Oh my God. I'm wearing the same shirt as yesterday. Okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Hello, Gnome, MC Scott, Cake Win. Claire, can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you? Uh, okay, because I have the speaker. Don't go on here. Got to always remember to turn this thing off. Checklist, sound. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, Claire says she can see me. She can hear me. Okay, welcome. We can hear and see you. The volume is now fine after your adjustment. I've got to make sure I turn the microphone on. Can you see there's a microphone? I've got to turn it on. It should be on automatically, but it's not on automatically. I also have to turn the sound off on the YouTube channel because I'm streaming here on Streamlabs. I've got to remember that. Anyway, here we go. Ready to go for today's show. I do not have flu. I thought I was getting something yesterday. I took a warm shower. And that's so I'm all right. I don't, you know me, I don't believe in flu. I believe in vitamin D3 and I believe in magnesium, which I'm going to go get myself. Talk amongst yourselves right now. I'll be right back in a second. Okay, Six Badges is here. Lewis Schaffer is here. Welcome. Bonsoir from France. Tonight, my wife has made a chili con carne. I'm looking forward to that in about 30 minutes. Okay, are you going to share it with everybody else? We can't have it because this is the TV. I'm taking a magnesium pill and I'm taking a vitamin D gel, 4,000 milligrams. Um. Anyway, so welcome to today's show. It's Friday. I'm not in a great mood. I haven't been in a great mood for like months or years. Um, but I will be. Something good is going to happen. I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. That something good is going to happen. Um, Something good. Alan Williams is here. And chili con carne. I mean, what is chili con carne? It's chili with tomato sauce. Is that what chili con carne is? Does it have to have beans in it? I'm not sure it has to have beans. I don't think the Mexicans have it with beans. Um, I I'm just looking up something right now. Okay, I don't have anything to say. That's all I've got to say is I've got nothing to say. I'm watching I bought the newspaper today. I bought the lying eye, and it used to be the Independent, or maybe I don't know how it was related to the Independent. impartial news, intelligent debate. They start out with a lie because they're left-wing socialists. As a left-wing socialist, and as all left-wing socialists always do, they talk about how dirty your neighbor is. Your neighbor is dirty. You're going to catch a super flu from your neighbor. Super flu hits the UK with highest cases in young. And then they try to scare you even more by saying that your young children are going to be murdered, or you are going to murder a young child. Okay, and that is really, it's just, I don't know. Have you heard anybody else say that the flu is absolutely bull? It's like COVID. It's what happens when you don't have your vitamin D. It's what happens when you don't go out in the sun, when you're under a lot of stress, when you're inflamed. It's a wintertime disease. It can happen anytime though. But Avril Rutherford is here. Hello. Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in and saying hello, Avril Rutherford. You have not been here for a while, but thank you very much for coming back. Here is the point. The point is, what causes a person to get sick? It's irritation causes inflammation. Whenever you get sick, you think, how have I been irritated? Am I irritated personally? Have I been out in the cold? Have I been around lots of have I been kissing too many different girls? Am I not, is my vitamin D levels low? Are my hormonal levels low? This is what you have to ask yourself. And then you've got to do what's necessary to remove that, which is first of all, you got to get hot. Heat is the best thing you could do for a cold. Let's even Google that. Let's Google what that means. Let's Google about heat. Is heat best for the common cold? Let's see what it says. Heat, especially warm, humid air from steam or humidifier, is great for soothing common cold symptoms. Okay, with some studies suggesting a warm body temperature helps fight the cold. So yes, I'm not making this up, but this is Google, and Google's a bunch of lie. You know what I mean? I just read the thing about Google is why Google, they just say to themselves, we rather give a wrong answer. If we give a right answer, they only look once, and if we give a wrong answer, they look twice. So we get them to look twice. 2016, warmer body temperature puts the heat on the common cold. A new Yale study, liars, reveals how body temperature affects the immune system's natural response to the cold virus. Well, it's a lie to begin with. There is no cold virus. And there's what's her name? Whatever her name is. AOC. Sneezing. Reveals how body temperatures. In an earlier study, it says the current study focused on human airway cells, which made little interferon, while examining infected cells at 37 or 33 degrees. They observed that even in the absence of interferon, cells still control the virus, raising the possibility of additional whatever. I'm not going to read the entire thing to you people. But did you know that? Did you absolutely know that? UK economy unexpectedly shrinks. That's the GB News, says Alan Williams. Yeah, the lying is just gotten insane. It's not gotten insane. It's just I just noticed the lying. No one. How many people would think this is a lie? How many people would think that this is a lie? Do you think that this is a lie, producer?
No, don't involve me, please, in your...
Doesn't want to be involved. He's going to the shop. He's going to buy me something from the shop. What are you going to buy me? Kermit is here. Kermit's only half there. Why are you only half there? Is that the 1% figure is more akin to stagnation? Laugh out loud. They're just stirring shit up, says Gnome Hunter. Yeah, it's just it's a lie. I mean, are things bad economically? I don't know. Do you feel that they're bad economically? All I know is this, is that Britain is no longer the Britain that we once knew. Maybe I'm extreme about this. I was watching Jimmy Carr do one of those TikTok videos on speaking to Francis Foster and Konstantin Kisin. I recommend that you stop watching the news, says Ludd, because the news contrives to frighten you, to make you feel small and alone, to make you feel that your mind is not your own. Okay, or there's that other song, Crazy Miranda, lives on propaganda. Yes, you're right. Morrissey said that. That is true. That is true. But it's like, well, let's get some propaganda on our side. Do we have any propaganda on our side? If unexpected results is that the economy is not doing that well. I don't know. Did it unexpectedly shrink in the past quarter? I think that's what it is. Let's see what it says here. Let's hear, did the economy shrink? Let's see what it says. News. It said 0.1%. It shrank. It's not clear where the economic jumpstart will come from. That's what Sky News says. It's just a bunch of. Let's go down to the second page. Supposedly the truth is on the second page at 17. Well, how many articles was here? 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at this. This is from July 2025. I want something newsy now. Recent, past hour, past 24 hours. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It says 17 is where you get the truth. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's not the right answer. 15, 16, 17. It doesn't say. It's not really here. What have you heard? UK economy shrinking. Fresh AI thing. U.S. economy unexpectedly shrinks. Trump talks complete nonsense about crime in London. This is how The Guardian puts their own little spin on things, right? I'm sorry you have to listen to this, Columbus. I'm
Very tired.
Are you tired?
You sound very tired.
I'm not super tired, but I'm pretty tired. Do I sound really tired? I do sound tired. So what should I do? What should we do? What should we do? I said to the audience, I'm tired. You're gonna have to do something yourself today. The economy isn't doing well for anyone. It's just another cycle of a hard few years, says Noam, until one country breaks. Which country? Which country is going to break? When is this country going to break? What do you mean break bad, break good? Not a fan of Jimmy Carr, since he took the piss out of those refusing the vax. But the interview was fairly interesting, Lewis. You should watch the whole thing on trigonometry. I should watch the whole thing. He's a bit too, he's great. He's great. I mean, if he saw me, he'd say, "Oh, Lewis, good to see you." But you know how successful people are. They're never mean to you. They're never, ever mean. And especially English people who they hate your guts. They've heard something about you and they're so cold to you. But they don't go, "Hey Lewis, what's that story? I was told a story about you. Is it?" They would never say that. I'm not going to say who it is, Robin Ince. But he was like that to me, just so cold. He just looked at me like I was like just evil, that I was evil, instead of like going, Lewis. And he could have done that. Jimmy Carr was very supportive of Gray Linneman's plight, though. Yes, I think maybe he's turned a corner. Who knows? Maybe he thinks I've got enough money. I don't need to worry about anything. It's like someone like me who has no money who doesn't worry. I guess there are two places in life you can, everybody in the middle has to worry about what people perceive of them, and I don't. Maybe because I have nothing except you. You're the only people that I have. Joe is hello, beautiful Joe. It's just pissing me off. It's so patronizing. You're speaking to Mr. Cuff. Yeah, I mean, who knows what I don't know. I should pay more attention to the entire thing. He's a scientist of comedy. He studies it. He's very hardworking. He wants to be funny. He puts the time and the energy in it. He's not Lewis Schaffer. Let's be honest. He's not Lewis Schaffer. I wish I was that way, but I'm not. Mike Osmail. Where is Mike Osmail? Is he a new member? Is Mike Osmail an Oxmail? Is he a new member? Who is Andrew Rubin? Who is he? Where is he? Did I miss that name? Oh, it's on Top Chat. Let me go to live chat. Where is Mike Oxmail? I don't know where Mike Oxmail is. I'm going up the thread here to see it. Mr. Cuff is here. Andrew Rubin is here. Claire is here. Avril has come back to say hello. Stuart H is here. So we got everybody here. How many people do we need? Kate, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Kate Gwynn is here. Claire, beautiful, beautiful. Who said that? Who said that? Somebody sent me a message, and I don't know what that means. I don't get my messages because I don't have the sound on. I don't understand people talking to me, but I've heard good response back from the last time I spoke with Francis Foster, and that was really nice. He's just so nice, and the whole place is so nice. Is really really nice. Break in the sense of bankruptcy, so then all the banks can capitalize on the debt recollection and stabilize themselves. The question is, who is going to break first? Which country? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. I see. I see. I didn't know that, but thank you very much, Claire. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. There you go. So it is a joke. Okay. I can't. It's not that I can't read. I don't think that way anymore. Must everything be a joke? I mean, it's so absolutely exhausting. This is why people don't go into comedy, because you got to pretend to be funny, you got to act funny, you got to think funny. There's People aren't necessarily funny. Joe is here. Joe, I meant all the superflu panic inducing inflation up, everything's terrible, war coming, etc. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, is it going to help them? Yeah, it's gonna. It's. I don't know. Is it going to help them? I mean, this flu thing. Anybody who's hearing about the flu is thinking this sounds like the COVID thing. Okay, thank you, Andrew. I'm not going to read these things out. Andrew, is Doesn't it remind you? Aren't you thinking of COVID and the lies they said about the COVID? COVID, total 100% lie. 100% lie. Actual people get sick and died. That's not a lie. I'm sorry to hear that. But the idea that a little virus caused COVID and, caused people to get sick, that's a lie. An absolute lie. And then during the COVID time, no one had the flu. Flu numbers went to nothing. What does that mean when there's no flu? A disease is a disease. It's like, what happened to all those diseases in the 1800s? Not malaria, but even then, the mumps and those diseases that they had, anthrax or typhoid. I've had certain diseases like that. I remember one time when I was looking after the kids and my skin started to boil. My skin was boiling because I was like so exhausted. I was exhausted. And it was all itchy and everything. It was gross. It was gross. What about the plague? Plague is a lie too. It's an absolute lie. That people were getting sick. Maybe they were. They were living in bad times. People thought they were going to get sick. They're going to get sick. I'm not sure the plagues exist. Mumps still exist. And it's like, look up the case of the whooping cough in Dartmouth Hospital. It was like they suddenly had 1,500 people diagnosed with whooping cough in Dartmouth. Google the thing. Children taking masks to school. People being encouraged to wear the mask going to the hospital. It just goes on. You didn't say, and on, Joe. Flu happens every year. This is as worse as we've been told. This. I am suspicious. Yes, you're right. I'm not even suspicious. It's an absolute lie. It is a lie. And it just makes people sicker. You have a mask on, your kids, it makes, people die of what is called the flu. And if you look, do you ever see that list from like the 1600s of the cases of dead people in Britain? Let me see if I can find that. Can I look for that? I'm going to look for that. Cases of deaths in I'm going to say 1600 UK. Let's see what it says. Where is the image? Let's see if we got the image. Oh, this thing here. Have you seen this thing here? It's hard to see. Yeah, what happened here? This is hard to see. Let me see if there's another one that's easier to see. This is hard to see as well. Can you see this here, everybody? Can you see the it's hard to read. Cases, causes. Let's say maybe it's causes. Causes of death. Yeah, have you seen this? You've seen this. You've seen this, Lewis. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just because we think modern electric cars are a ripoff doesn't mean all cars forever were always a ripoff. Well, how is that related to anything? How is that related to anything, Kermit? I'm not saying doctors have lied historically, but I am saying that. I am saying that. I am saying that. MJ Tiger Fang is here. Girl from Mars is here with an XXX. XXX. I don't care, Claire says, I don't care what propaganda they shove down my throat. No way in hell am I wearing a mask. Never did in this scandemic and never will. Because the flu is a scamdemic. Is a scandemic. Lucy is here. My parents must have been imagining it. What imagining what? What were they imagining it? The truth is, the belief system, the underlying core belief system is that little things cause disease, which took the place of God struck us down in some way. Okay, but look at the list. Look at the list here. Can you read this list here? Well, none of these diseases exist anymore. Piles, plague, what is planet? What is pleurisy and spleen? Consumption. What are these diseases? Consumption could be considered flu. Were there any flus? No. Impostume. What is impostume? What is impostume? What is impostume? Meaning, what does it mean? What does it mean? It's archaic, a swelling containing pus or an abscess, an impostume in his breast. I mean, let's get real here. But you want to believe the NHS. You want to believe these people. Okay? I mean, I don't. And I'm telling you, it's all a scam. It's all a scam. Luckily in this country, because of the NHS, you don't have to pay $5,000 or $10,000 a year for health care out of your own directly. It comes through your taxes. So you think, okay, I don't have to think about it that much. It's actually a brilliant way for the evil medical logs. Are you aware that medicine back in 1632 was nearly entirely fictitious? Most of those words are obsolete today because they don't apply. You are looking in the wrong haystack, Lewis. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying, Noam. I'm saying that today, in 2025, everything that doctors say is completely, entirely fictitious. I'm saying this. You could say, I don't believe you, Lewis. That's insane. I love my doctor. They've got huge buildings. They've got huge books. They've got medical degrees. You're telling me it's a lie. I'm telling you it's a total lie. Yeah. The U.S. made it a scam. No. It was made a scam here too. America got all of its information from the UK, from those horrible Oxford, Cambridge type, whatever that thing was, saying we're all going to die. I mean, it's not America versus Britain. It's doctors. It's the leftist communist people who don't want to believe in God. They want to believe that we are dirty people. I never wore a mask either, Claire. I wore a motorcycle helmet. I even wore it to bed, says Lud. Yeah. I mean, what is the test? What is the test for COVID? That's a scam too. I will believe you once you give me the science of it, because the so-called scammers give me reason enough to believe them. Stop pointing fingers and prove to me I'm a skeptical pillock. Okay, let's prove it to you. Let's prove it to you. I don't know if I can. I could prove it to you. I could say this to you. I could say this. What is in the COVID flu vaccine? What is it? Is it flu? Is it a whole vat of flu that they have growing? No, it isn't. It's a whole mixture of all sorts of just junk. Alfie Cap, hello, Lewis. The plague is still prevalent in poor parts of the world. No, it is not prevalent. It's not the plague. It's just sickness that comes because these people are not getting a proper diet, or being working too hard, or being told they're going to die. This is what causes disease. There is no plague. Okay, people died. They died. They got sick and they died. Okay. Yes, by who? Follow the money, Lewis. Every single evil corp can be traced back to the U.S. Now the world is their playground. What do you think the fucking NHS is? Follow that money. How much money are those people getting? Those scammers getting, doctors are getting it. Fauci caused the whole convent. He didn't. People believed in it. I mean, he was part of the whole thing, and he's evil, and he should be put in prison. But he didn't cause the thing. This caused it. When you sit there thinking super flu, like there's an actual thing, okay, and I'm gonna catch it. Wear a mask, because you're breathing on me, and your breathing on me is gonna kill me. So that's where it comes from. I realize you have some fondness for your birth. It's not about America versus Britain. You're all shit. Not you. You are good. You people are good. But the medical field and the ideology of the left-wing communist people that little things cause disease is the same in America and the same here. You believe that little things cause disease, things we cannot even see. We got electron microscopes, and they have little round circles at the edge of something. And they go, oh, that's what must have caused it. So it isn't, I mean, I'm not going to play that game, Kermit. Okay? I don't want a lecture. I don't want a lecture. Studies and journals conducted with sufficient degree. I can blabber on about something, but it doesn't make it true. Well, you do blabber on about it because you've done none of the research either. So there you go. I'm drained by news. So I'm going to be a happier place. I'm not off. Okay, don't say goodbye if you're just leaving. Don't say goodbye. I can see who's here and who's not here. Okay. Nanobots. That's what some people say is in those vaccines. No-no-bots. I never took one, and I had issues, and I got ill from vax years ago, from the flu vax. Yeah, because you shouldn't be injecting schmutz into your system. Remember what Albert Einstein said, who was a total idiot. A total idiot that convinced the world that he was like a something. But what he said was all science starts with a theory. Starts with a theory. You have to have a theory, Lewis. This may sound weird, but I don't believe I have ever had flu in my life. It doesn't sound weird at all. It doesn't sound weird. What is the difference between a cold and a flu? What is the difference between it? Is it different germs? Well, they'd say that it is, but it's not. There is no difference. It doesn't sound weird at all to me. It sounds like believable. In the scandemic, I took paracetamol so that other people didn't get sick. Yes, you could. Yes, Claire. Yes, that's about as sensible as that. David Mitchell rants are good, but Lewis is a different league. Yeah, I think I'm better than David Mitchell. I haven't watched the news for years. I stopped reading newspapers about 30 years ago. If I read a newspaper today, it will be saying exactly the same things because they want you to believe that. They want you, if you're sick, to go to the hospital so that you could say, oh, hospitals need more money so they could be paid. It doesn't matter. It's not about the payment. It's a payment schedule because it's the same thing. America and Britain has the exact same business model. No, you didn't. You think medicine is real. You think medicine is real. And I think medicine is fake. And I'm saying it's fake. And there are people here that are watching this gnome who are going, you know what? Let me think about that. I hadn't thought about that. I hadn't thought that everything that they're saying is a total effing lie. I hadn't thought about that. But that's quite possible. It's an totally effing lie. Everything, and maybe even things we used to believe. Like I remember, like Spanish flu was a total lie, an absolute total lie. You got all these young people who were fighting in World War I. They were totally drained and exhausted, rotting on boats. Those poor Canadians, and everybody got sick across the world at the exact same time. At that time, it took 6 months for maybe not 6 months, 6 weeks for a boat to go from Europe to America. I mean, Maybe the fastest boats took 4 days, but it happened at the exact same day. That's proof that it's bullshit. When radio was first invented, ours was to educate, inform, and entertain. Yours was to sell. Now we all have made media selling us something. Well, that sounds insane, Kermit. The fact is, the BBC wasn't to educate people in what way? What was the ideology behind the BBC? To inform us of what? What the BBC and what the state propaganda is. The state propaganda. What, entertain. This is not America. This is the globalists, of which there are millions in America, versus the globalists in Europe, where there are millions, and there are millions. I believe in Dr. Sam Bailey. I believe there's tons of people, where I believe. I don't trust doctors anymore. I've seen enough shit. Lewis, would you say that the Black Death was fake? I'm looking at you right now. People died. They died. Was the Black Death fake? Yes. It wasn't faked, but it was a belief system. It was called, what did we say it was yesterday? It was called a psychosis, a deep fake. What did we call it yesterday? A deep fake psychosis, a mass psychosis. What was it called yesterday? I forgot what it was called. Yeah, it was fake. I think it was You can say that this is comedy. You're being funny, Lewis. That's an amazing way you're funny. It's an amazing way you're funny to say that the Black Death was fake. That Spanish flu was fake. That COVID was fake. That the flu is fake. Everything. Mass formation psychosis. Thank you very much, Kermit. I'm sorry. Thank you, Claire. Mass formation psychosis. It's like what happens in school. There's the rumor that people have eaten bad fish on the plane or at school, and suddenly everybody starts throwing up. They throw up and they get sick because you believe you've gotten an illness. They blame it on the rats, blame it on the Jews. So what did millions of people die from in the 14th century? They died from a mass formation psychosis because suddenly the country was a weak time. There was hunger going on there. It was not a good time. All reports of the time suggest dying from the plague was absolutely horrible. Probably it was. I'm not saying people weren't actually dying. It's like people dying from COVID. They actually died from COVID or AIDS, but what did they actually die from? It's like Freddie Mercury. He had AIDS. What did he really die of? He died of AZT poisoning. That was what the dancing psychosis a few centuries ago. Well, it could also be toxins from plants, the wheat stuff, what was that called? So the boo-boos on the corpses, the fevers and whatnot, were caused by psychosis, mental disorder. In part, yes. Could also be caused by bad food. They weren't eating enough food. They had switched to a high-carb diet. Could have been carbs. 20 years ago when I went to New York, I remember this. My hands were breaking out in boils. Lewis, man. Okay, we're going to stick to the plague. Has there anybody here who's lost a child due to the plague? Anybody here? Okay. History Debunked YouTube dude is from Brecon. Who is that? History Debunked is from Brecon. Is that something I should look at? Ron Smith. Good to see you, Ron. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that probably the biggest cause of all of these diseases is mass formation psychosis. I mean, there's probably another word for it. Poor malnutrition, unhealthy living, and that started in China too. Apparently, it was the gerbils, not the rats, that started it in Asia. Yeah, so let's blame the animals, and if we can't blame the animals, let's blame the Jews. or our fellow man. That's what it's all about. Let's blame somebody for why are we doing so badly. We can't, because we're a bunch of fucking losers who are building tunnels underneath our town instead of building a factory. Interesting theory. I think the Nazis went to the moon. One day they will return in the anyway. Okay. Yes, he also has a walking channel for older people. Could be of interest. Okay, I'll write it down. I will write it down. That's why this show is the best show, because I write stuff down. I listen to you. Who's going to listen to you people? Who's going to listen to you? Ron says write it down, so I'm going to write it down. And Pat Benatar is a joke. So what is it called? What is the guy called? What is the guy called? It was just a combo of mass formation psychosis and schmutz. A little bit of schmutz too. A little bit of schmutz. Well, whatever. It makes you weak. It makes you weak. History debunked. That's what it's called. Thank you very much. History debunked. My memory is so bad. I'm sorry. History debunked. And he's a Brecken guy. He's a Brecken guy. Okay. Dave Toby's here, funeral director with Liam Tufts. You need to watch it. What does he say? Does he say the same thing? Dave Toby. Everybody listens to me. They have no choice. I could believe they do. I've seen what you look like. I'd listen to you. There is a guy working down in Waitrose near me. Fit-looking slim guy, about 45 years old. He wears a blue mask while serving customers for years. Still wears it now. Poor guy has been terrified. He's mental. That's how you know someone's mental. If they put on a mask, I'm not going to talk to you. I went into Waitrose the other day, speaking of the Waitrose down there, and there was a woman wearing a mask and a woman who wasn't wearing a mask. And I said, I'm not talking to this woman. And maybe her feelings were hurt. Why is he not talking to me? Because you're wearing a mask. It's not even a mask. It's not. Is that the bad Black Death Mountains? Says Alfie Cap. Good to see you, Alfie. Yes, I agree. People who do wear them have no clue, and they're hurting themselves. They're preventing. They have a higher degree of carbon dioxide going into their lungs. Okay, going into their lungs. Okay. Who is Liam Tufts? I never heard of that name. Liam Tufts. Can someone explain who he is? Anyway, the point I am making is, sadly, Alan Williams said, sadly, many people have died from suicide, often from associating with people who have obsessed with the subject. Social memes have more power than people think. Yes, we were told we were all going to die. Do you remember? I'm old enough. This is the thing about you people. You're too young to have remembered. I lived through COVID. I was there in 2000. That's how old I am. I remember. That's a joke. I just made a joke. I mean, I didn't just. I'm repeating a joke that I made. I repeated a joke. But that's what they said. We were put into an absolute panic. An absolute panic over COVID. Over COVID. We're all going to die. We're all going to die. Not enough people died. Some people might wear masks because they have compromised immune systems. You shouldn't assume they're all idiots. Yes, they're an idiot because it doesn't help if you have a compromised immune system. And the way you fix and I don't believe in an a compromised immune system. What does that mean? You're weak. That's what it means. You're close to sickness, Lucy Van Pelt. I can't imagine you're compromised. You seem so strong to me. But the point is, you show up wearing a mask. I don't care how beautiful you are. You're off my list. You're off my list. And as you women know, you're all on my list. So one little thing like that, being fat, you're off my list. Being wearing a mask, you're off my list. You have to remember, Lewis, media has indoctrinated some people to believe the world's coming to an end. Not some people, Tiger Fang. Everybody. Look, it's in every single newspaper. Every single newspaper. Flu is here. Super flu. Super flu. Convid flu. Okay? Remember the bird flu. Until a scientist said that they were causing a panic. Yeah, it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. Bird flu. Monkeypox, AIDS. I don't believe it. I'm sorry, Joe. I shouldn't have said AIDS. It was a lie. AIDS was a lie. And people stopped having sex. No one would have sex with Lewis Schaffer back in the day. I mean, it was the price was paid. So this is obviously fake. They're just eating so many carbs that their body is failing. Yeah, yes, no, that can cause disease. Yes, I've had 2 slices of bread today. I'm sorry, and I had 2 slices yesterday or more. It can make you sick. Swine flu, fucking lie. They take something which is the flu, and they take an animal which similar like monkey flu or swine flu or bird flu, and they're running out of flus. What was that? What was the Nile Valley? What was that one? Wait, I haven't watched news recently. Is there another flu scare? Yeah. Is that you making a joke? Yes. Every winter there's a flu scare, except last winter. Well, I mean 2000 winter when COVID was. I'm wearing a mask right now, sitting at home on my own, Lewis. You're just saying that because you want to turn me, you want to stop me from loving you. That's what you're saying, Lucy. You're saying that. Pangolin flu, exactly. Take a really ugly animal and call it a flu. And then whoops, whoa. Don't, this thing is so long. Hey, we've been here an hour. Can you do me a favor? Can you go to Twitter? Are you on Twitter? Make sure you're on Twitter. People watch the show who don't type in because they don't want to be yelled at. But I can yell at you. I'm still alive. Thanks for Alfie Cap is here. Kate Quinn is asking him. Well, we seem to have woken up. I think more and more of waking up. We don't want to be lied to. Next time somebody says the flu, put on a mask, do this, you go, fuck you, you fucking whatever. That's what we should say to these people. I don't know, Lewis. I got the swine flu. Yeah, of course you could believe it. What made my hands go all bubbly in 2001? Why? Why were they bubbly? Hello? Okay, good to see you. Good evening, Lewis. John Van Dam is here. Okay, I'll speak to you in a second, John. People are so easily led. It is said that 5% of the world control the other 95%. And watching how easily led most people are, no wonder there's only a handful at the top. Could be. It could be, or maybe, it's like life is like this. It's like, I've said this before. It's like the chevron of birds. Have you ever seen a chevron of birds? Or fish. You know how fish go like this. They're all going in this direction. They go whoop like that, and whoop like that, and whoop like that. Oh, what did you get? Oh my God, he's so bad. Look what my son got from me. Oh my God, he's so bad. He's a bad boy. What am I gonna do? Should I eat it? Is Leanne around? Anyway, I'm sorry, Kate. I couldn't believe I got a bit upset. I was joking. I don't have it. Of course you don't have it. And you know what? Let's say you come to me and you have a cold. Am I going to not kiss you because you've got a cold? Humans are filled with schmutz. They're other people's schmutz. Whatever it is. My stomach is at 1.5% acidity rate. We've got some of the most acidic stomachs in the world. Remember the pots and pans you had to go out and bang them for the NHS Tuesdays and Thursday night was unbelievable. Yeah, NHS, you fat fucks. NHS, you great. You go to the hospital. You think these people are going to tell you what to do? They can't even control their weight. And it's the most important thing is that they don't eat a high carb diet. They get vitamin C, lots of sun, and they be thin. I love it when you yell, Lewis. Sorry. Is that true? Is that true? I mean, I feel bad about it. I feel bad because they're nice people, and we do need the NHS. But the NHS is 95% too big. It's 95% too big. It's too big. Have you seen the suits of armor they use to make from pangolin scales? Look it up. Okay, let's look it up. Lucy says for me to look it up. I'm gonna have to look it up. Pangolin. Armor made from pangolin. We'll go to window capture. Armor from pangolin. Oh, there it is. Oh, here we go. Oh, look at this. Made from 19th century pangolin scale. They didn't have metal, but it looked almost metally. There you go. There you go. I can't believe my son got me an ice cream. I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to have to say no. I'm going to have to say no. What do I say to that, Claire? I'm going to have to say no. That's really interesting. I didn't know that, but it's a disgusting animal, and that's why they call it pangolin flu. Lucy, kiss me, Lewis. I'm going to kiss you. Okay. I'm going to kiss you. I'm going to kiss. Who else wants a kiss? Godwin did an article on how to contain the far right. I read 15 ways to contain the far right. We're all far left now with believing in homosexuality is a good thing. Believing that trans is, trans people are not crazy. Whatever it is, believing in the flu is a left-wing communist idea. If you believe in the flu, you're a communist. Write that down. Judels is not here anymore. She can't listen to me anymore. She doesn't love me. She doesn't love me anymore. But that could be a quote. Belief in the flu is communism. I heard the Philippines health service is worse than ours as we take all their doctors and nurses. This is what Jimmy Carr said. Yes, it's true. Mass immigration hates the countries. We're basically taking all the best people, and they're far worse than we are. Why would you go to a doctor when they come from a shitty country? They've been trained to be a doctor in that shitty country that they're from. I'm not saying Philippines is that. It's a lovely... I've never been there, but I've met enough Filipinos. I like them. They're good at nursing because they're loving. That's what you need. They'll have us all in lockdown again, MJ Tiger Fang. They will. They'll have us in lockdown again. They will. What are they doing to this country now, which is far worse? They're having us invaded by horrible, horrible people from horrible countries. Already. We got a cost of living crisis because of how long we did it too. Yes, it did. It caused inflation. They just printed money. They said, don't work, we'll give you money. Well, where's the money going to come from? What's her name said? The magic money tree. It's a lie. And they want us extremely poor, says MJ Tiger Fang. Totally agree. A round of applause. That's hitting the nail on the head. People clapping the state every Thursday, Lud says. It's true. Millions of them clapping. Yay, yay. Sorry, too Soviet. It's too Soviet for me. Comma, afterwards, sorry. Reminds me of the USSR during missiles on parade and the morons clapping this. Worse than that. Missiles at least could kill people. And we know they're there to kill people. Missiles are there to kill people. The NHS is there to help people, but it doesn't help people. It doesn't help people. You Janice is here. Hello, you. Welcome back. Have you seen Cressida recently? Yes, I did. And when will we hear the true story of what happened to headliners? Here is that there's no true story. The true story is you shouldn't have comedians talking about world affairs like I'm talking about it now. There's something morally wrong with it. I think there's something really morally wrong with someone like me telling you that the NHS kills people, that COVID and the flu and the Black Death are lies. That's what the problem with it was. The ratings had gone down over time, number one. Number two, there wasn't enough Lewis Schaffer on the show. But look what's happening here. I'm on this thing here. I'm on this show here. Where are the thousands of people? I could sit there and say, you know what the problem with headliners was? There wasn't enough people. Anyway, so we can talk about that later. You, Janice, thank you for asking. Have you pressed the like button? Have you subscribed? Don't eat it, Lewis. Be strong. Say no. Say no. Nothing tastes as good as being skinny feels. I'm going to bring it into the other room and put it in the freezer, okay? Here you go. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. Hey, can we go to Twitter, everybody? Let's go to Twitter. You, Janice, can you subscribe? It's free. It's free. But you'll be notified when we're doing this show. Let me continue the rest. Lockdown crippled the economy. Do you really think they want to do that? Yes, they want to cripple us. What do you think they're fucking doing? They do want to cripple us. They want to destroy us. They want, not you, you're a dirty foreigner, as I am. I'm doing amazingly well. I'm making millions. But they want to hurt the English people because they hate the idea of white people. They hate the idea of Europeans. They hate us. They want us to be whatever. I'm not eating. No, Lucy, I'm not eating it. I took it in the other room. I did not eat it. I didn't eat it, but I do appreciate Claire saying to me to not eat it. They want to lock us down. They do. They believe in 15-minute cities, no cars. They don't want us to have guns. How's Cressida? Tell her your crew is asking. I tell her that all the time. She's good. I guess she's good. I saw her with her husband. Dave, lovely. I shouldn't mention that. I'm not going to name him. I shouldn't. Whatever it is. Anyway, the point is, Cressida is great. She's great. And she's the kind of woman that I like. She reminds, and I like a lot of different kinds of women, so it's not the only kind. Lucy is like Cressida. Lucy, you got to be careful with her. She's got like a knife, a tongue. A knife and a tongue. Filipino nurses are fantastic. Yes, they're very loving and fantastic. But you know what happens with those Filipino nurses? Where are their children back in the Philippines not having their mother there because we've taken them away? We've taken them away so they could feed their families. And they're being taken care of by guys. Their men aren't there because the state is evil. The communist state is evil. People are gullible as fook. Yes, they are. Have you seen what Jimmy get faxed or fuck off cars looks like now? Unreal aging. I don't know. I didn't see him in person. Do I look like I've aged? I've aged too. I'm old. I don't want to criticize somebody else for aging. And the point is, here is the point we're making. The point we're making is the state wants us dead. They want us afraid, and they want to be able to provide the solutions, and they want to provide the solutions better than the other guy, and they want to control us. And part of the control is telling people that little things, like the amount of schmutz on the top of a pen, on the top. Can you see this? I do this all the time. Okay? All these people, the type of schmutz, that's going to make you sick and kill you. And that little bit of schmutz comes from somebody else, from a bad person who didn't get a vaccine, which costs 15 or 20 or however 50 pounds per vaccine. Okay? That's what they want us to believe. They want us to believe that. Horrible, horrible people. And I'm saying no. You want to be healthy. Do not give in to them. Don't get in. It's like my son. He wants to make me happy. He brought me an ice cream. Lovely, lovely boy. Lovely boy. Okay? Lovely, lovely boy. But, not but for him. Please don't compare me to Cressida. Why? I love Cressida. Lucy Van Pelt says this. Why? Let's get back on track. I've skipped ahead here. If I've missed your comment, the Zoomers are protesting this anti-white stuff now. As for us Gen X, we remember when things were better. Yeah, things were better in this country. They were safer in this country. They were cleaner in this country. They were more uniform in this country. And uniformity is generally good. They try to tell you, no, multi-everything. I prefer uniformity. When I came to this country, the country went downhill. I blame myself. I want to apologize for you. Boris made jokes about the public getting it and got it too. He didn't get it. It's a lie. He never got put on the ventilator. He never was murdered. He didn't die. But he was a fat fuck, Boris Johnson. He was fat and disgusting. He's fat and disgusting. So he goes to the hospital and he says, oh, well, Boris got it too. He's one of us, Boris Johnson. He's not. You know what the best thing to happen to this thing is? People not being, is knowing you can't go back to Boris Johnson. You can't go back to him. You can't go back to the Conservative Party. You can't go back. We pray that the Reform Party is going to be okay. You know, luckily we've got Tommy Robinson to make the Reform Party better. I hope. I was in the Royal Devon at Exeter 2 years ago, Ron Smith, and it was full of Filipino and Filipino nurses. Yes, they've imported. I mean, those people are good people, Filipinos. I like them, but it's like there were two gay guys and they're trying to have kids. Or even if you have, I mean, these are people I met at the party. I mean, I know this thing. They want to have kids. But what do you do if you're a father, if you're a gay guy and you want to have kids? You have to steal the children from the mother. And that's what we're doing with Filipino nurses. We're stealing the women. So these children in the Philippines are orphans or half orphans. They don't have their mother there. My mother went to a mental hospital when I was a kid. This is why I'm so insane. She went to a mental hospital when I was a kid. And that was unbelievably bad. And I even knew where she was, supposedly. You know, we went up and visited her. But horrible for her to go, horrible for her to be put there, horrible for us to say, oh, we're helping the world by taking Filipino nurses, by taking mothers away from their children. And we're great people. That is a horrible thing. Horrible. Conservatives and labor, liberal, Democrat, whatever parties, even more the same crap. Yes, Keith, I agree with that. The same crap. They're communists. The Tories are communists, pretending not to be. The labor are communists, pretending that they're not, that they're going to do it the right way. We're the good communists. Conservatives and labor. Okay. Trucker from Reno is here. A round of applause for Trucker from Reno. You only had to be midly upset, and they put you in an asylum in the 50s and the 60s. That is quite true. They had, in America, I think there was, in New York, there were like 500,000 people in these huge, and they said, oh, we're doing the good thing because they're learning and they're taking pills and whatever. Horrible. The medical thing cannot be trusted. Trucker from Mars. That's exactly, I'm going to read it again. You only had to be mildly upset and they'd put you in an asylum in the 1950s and 60s. Yes, you're right, Trucker from Mars. Nonstick Nick is here. So let's say hello to Nonstick Nick. Keith says, one would literally give their ideas to the other two. So yeah, they are the flavors of democracy, illusion of choice. It's not even democracy. It's communist. Been watching the comedy Citizen Smith. He's a communist, but great comment. What is that? What is that, Citizen Smith? What is that? I don't know. Is that Mr. Smith Goes to Washington? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? That's about communism. You know, basically about all of the they made what's his name president all those years. FDR. I was a Democrat. I was a communist back then. My entire life, up until the time I was in my 20s, I really was a believer. Not really, but whatever it was. What do you call a trio of Irish lumberjacks? Says Nonstick Nick. Tree fellas. Yeah, because they don't pronounce the th. Anyway, someone like me changing my writing hand back in the day might have gotten killed in the witch hunt days. Yes. Yeah, okay. You're taking it a bit further. I'm saying the lefter shit. Robert Lindsay is foxy, says Alan Williams. It was said in tooting. Oh, there you go. Russ is here. Hello, Russ. I am not saying everyone is. We're all capable of being horrible, horrible, horrible. But right now, we're under total war from the left. And you don't even realize who the enemy is. The NHS are communists. The idea of a flu is a communist ideology. The school I attended was surrounded by asylums, Andrew Rubin said. Often escapees would turn up at the old school grounds, and a Black Mariah would turn up to cart them back. Yeah. I don't know what a Black Mariah is. That a truck or is that the police? I'll go and enjoy my dinner. Okay. Growdy off porridge was the dad, says Trucker from Mars. I mean, it's been a good. Can we do something? An hour. Here's the ad. The ad is this. If you guys want to contribute, it would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to me. You'd actually have money going to have somebody who's at least. I'm not saying I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you my truth. You don't have to agree with it. You don't. I'm not. Am I making you feel bad for disagreeing with me? I hope I'm not. And you don't have to agree. But maybe you should agree. But you can send money to Ko-fi, Ko-fi, £10, 15, whatever you want to send in there. Maybe £100 if you've got the money, and some of you have the money. Or you're about to die because you've eaten a bad diet, and you go, Lewis, I wish you're helping young people live their lives better. You can make a contribution. You go to patreon.com/Lewis Schaffer. Lewis Schaffer. Here's how you spell the name Lewis Schaffer. You could visit Lewis Schaffer on X. Is everybody on Twitter? Not Twitter, on Discord? Do you know how to get on Discord? Do you know how to get on Discord? Go on Discord. Ko-fi. Ko-Lewis Schaffer. Okay. Go on those things. Go on those things. Let us fight against the lies. Can you nod your head? Don't say anything. Do you agree with me about the flu? My own beautiful producer. This is how great I am. My own beautiful producer does not agree. Don't give me an explanation. Just don't do it. I wasn't even thinking. I don't even check to see who's giving me the money. But you could post it on Discord. Say, oh, what's happened here? Nonstick Nick, rugby player called 12 Trees, was also nicknamed 36 by his teammates. 12 Trees. 12. Where does that come from? Where does that come from? Where does that come from? Okay. There we go. When you said fight, when you said fight, when you said fight the lies, YouTube started slowing down. Okay. I mean, do you think someone's watching? Is that possible? Could it be someone's watching? Producer, I've been told that they might have slowed us down.
What are you talking about?
That YouTube. Well, one of the people here has posted that, but I don't know what that means. Okay.
Stop reading chat.
What?
Nearly all of the people there do not know what they're talking about when you ask them if there's something wrong with the stream, why it's wrong. You know, they're and it's just don't.
Well, I'm asking you, but you never talk to me. You don't talk to me.
Because you could figure out the problems yourself.
You, Janice, thank you for coming in. Is the Lewis Schaffer website down for anyone else? Yes, I've got to pay for that, I guess. Wix website. Okay, I got to, where's the money gonna come from? Anyway, I brought the Good Life DVD box set. It froze for about 15 seconds. Okay, is that a major thing that it froze for 15 seconds? I'm getting buffering and glitches, so it's not us, producer, says Alan Williams. The young ones thought the same. Sounds like my own son, how he talks to me, Keith. Yeah, at least my son talks to me. I think he's like, I don't know. It's the 3-eye Atlas alien sending us signals. Could be. Could be. That's another lie. All those, that we're about to die, which we might be about to die. We might be about to die. And the people who tell the truth, like Velikovsky, are branded non-people, basically. And he was like so right about so many things, Velikovsky. I mean, I'm not saying I'm always right. You're talking about all these shows from back in the day. I don't even know these shows. Allo, I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I've ever seen it. Back in the day, you had your own TV channels. We laugh in the face of state-sponsored lack of sense of humor. Yes, of course. How could the state have a good sense of humor? Because the key to good laughter is laughing at the state. So the BBC, you'll never see really good comedy because you have to laugh at the BBC, and they'll never allow that to be put on the air. I'm going to have to, we got to do the calendar. Let me just see. I haven't spoken to the other Lucy. The camp guy in Allo was the best. Yeah. He had a little tank. Yeah, I mean, they're probably aliens from other planets. I'm not saying there are. I'm not saying there aren't. But there are going to be aliens. I have it, and I can't wait to tell you this, and I hope you believe me. 3 years ago, I met Vicky Michelle in Queens Hospital in Romford. Serious. Who is Vicky Michelle? I like The Odd Couple in the bed. These are shows I've never seen. Ron Smith gets a free calendar. Allo was also a sitcom set in occupied France during World War II. Yeah, fought by, you'd imagine December 12th is a tad late to be thinking about making. It is a tad late. I'm late. I'm late. I'm not doing anything. I don't have the money to do anything, and I'm not doing anything. I'm surprised I'm doing this. I'm actually getting busier and busier. And busier and busier. I mean, when I say busier and busier, I mean I got that thing scheduled in February 10th. I've got 2 days ago I went and spoke to Francis Foster. I'm like really busy again. I'm busy again, and I'm thinking of all these ideas, and about how horrible the world is. These are gonna be pulled up and they're gonna say, Lewis, you said such really bad things. We're not gonna serve you. I'm gonna be put on a list. I bet the BBC actually has a list of people who've spoken ill against the BBC. I could believe it. My Chinese takeaway gives me one. They give you that mine does too. But you never want their calendar. It's just, I mean, what is a calendar? Every single phone has a billion times more information than a calendar. Kate Quinn says to Joodles, hi, Joodles, hi. Hi, Joodles. Hi, Joodles. My mom was in the hospital and I recognized her. In the end, I approached her and told her I was a massive fan. I also told her that because of the circumstance, I would not bother her. Maybe she wanted to be bothered. It's like if you came up to me and said, Lewis, I'm Russ from the website, I go, wow, that's amazing. Can you get lost? You could tell them we incited your humor. This is what Keith says. Yeah. You did incite it. You got me all angry. I mean, it was angry all day. When I started the stream, I was proper angry. I was really angry. Finn Taylor times Lewis Schaffer crossover. What about Finn? What about him? He's a comedian. Carney'll copy Starmer and come and get me. Yeah. And yet Canada is like supporting that guy. I mean, just because they don't like Trump. How could they support this guy Carney? He's absolutely horrible. He's as bad as Starmer, I would say. Did he really, Lucy? What has he imagined I'm angry at this time? No, I don't know if you're angry. I don't know. Did you say something? Joodles, Lewis gave me the impression earlier that you wouldn't be back. Well, I'm always thinking that Joodles won't come back. I'm always thinking she won't come back because she doesn't love me. She doesn't love me. I'm always thinking everybody's not going to come back. It's nice that you're coming back, but it's nice. It's nice. I think that people don't like me. I know that kind of level of insecurity is not good, but it is. It's a level of insecurity. Maybe because I've had carbs. I woke up in the middle of the night and had carbs last night. Basically. He said something like, Joodles can't watch me anymore. I mean, I don't know. I sometimes get the feeling that she just is not interested. I think everybody goes through a thing where you're not interested in Lewis Schaffer. Carney is sneaking digital ID allying with the European plan. It's breaking news. Yeah. Well, America's got to invade the country right now to stop the people. What's impressive, Lucy, that I think you're not, that you can't watch me anymore? What is impressive, Lucy? What is impressive? I love Joodles. I love Joodles and I love Lucy. It's because he can't be without you. I mean, maybe not. Who knows what the story is? Who knows what the true story is in my heart? In my heart. I need a lot of love and attention. I get ignored a lot. And people, whatever happens, people don't show up and you find out that they're in the hospital or whatever. You don't want to know that. I think they're sneaking ID in here with the Gov logon. With the .gov logon could be. Amazing how no new wars quickly became invade Canada. Well, what do you do? Canada's letting in billions of people who hate America. They're not going to be like before. We had the safest border in the entire world, the longest undefended border in the entire world for 100 150 years. Nothing. Nothing. You could walk across it. Nothing. And then now it's not, the love is not flowing. Tommy Robinson's 16-year-old son has been debanked. Yeah, maybe I'll be debanked. But it's always back to me. Sorry, Ron Smith. That's absolutely horrible. Let's get back to Lucy for a second. Donald Trump said no new wars. But he actually said what needed to be said. That the Iraq thing was totally wrong. But he gets into office and he realizes, look, I'm farting. I'm about to fart from yesterday because I've had 4 slices of bread in the last 16 hours or 18 hours or something. God forbid Canucks children will be in the front lines over there too for the globalists. A lot of them are Canucks. A lot of them are globalists, but a lot of them in Alberta or Saskatchewan are Americans. No, it's not. It's not about oil and gas. We have enough oil and gas in America, and in Egypt, we don't. Lilith says, I love Tommy. I like Tommy. 4 slices but they were thick slices of bread. I'm sorry I ate that. That's the point I am making. I am sorry. Bread makes my dog fart. I don't think that dogs were delighted to eat that dogs were delighted to eat bread. No, they're not. They don't. They'll eat it in the case of a panic or something, but they prefer meat like humans and cats. But dogs can eat carbs. They have insulin. That's where the first insulin came from a dog. Yeah. I'm farting today. I've had 2 huge slices of sourdough bread. And that's not even the worst bread. I'm back, okay? He's back in the New York groove. One for the diary. Lewis Schaffer farted. Yeah, today I farted because I've been eating a high-carb diet. My son, I didn't expect him to bring me back that. It's really nice of him to think of me, though, basically. But why? Well, maybe he's got an ulterior motive. Maybe he's been sent by his mother to do me in. Have you heard about Dan Wooten's new conspiracy theory about that porn star? Check out yesterday's show about that porn. No. We can't discuss that. I should call it corn. You have to learn a whole different language about this. Men don't grow up like women ever can, as we can't have kids. So too many of us are kids in men's bodies. Well, that's what women say. I don't believe that to be true. I eat my dog's bread and I fart, says Lilith. And Mr. Cuff likes that. Wave. Is that a waving or a clapping? I can't tell. Corn star, then. Check it out. I'm not going to look at Dan. Dan, he's lost a lot of weight. He looks a lot better. So why was Tommy Robinson's 16-year-old son debanked? Why? Why was he debanked? I'd like to know. Anyway, so has it been a good show? I think it's been a really good show. Has it been a good show? I think it's been a good show. Has it been a good show? I don't know. You've been good. Dang, Lewis, that was my own thought. But yeah, women say that's what they say. They don't even say similar things. They say everything that way. After yesterday's show, I read about Lepetomaine and found out about Henry II's court jester, who also was a farcical expert. Every Christmas, he was required to. This is Lucy Van Pelt. He was required to. Are you going to write the second half of that? Okay. He was required to perform his act where he would jump, whistle, and fart all at the same time. Comedy was a lot better back in the day. Lepetomaine wasn't he one of the characters in Blazing Saddles, Lepetamain. Is that where that came from? Thank you, Alan Williams. It's been a great show. If you guys, I'm going to say thank you to everybody and maybe read some messages that I haven't gotten already. Okay. But I'm going to read some things and then I'll say a prayer if you want me to. If you don't want me to, I won't. MC Scott, Mr. Cuff, thank you very much. Alan Williams, MJ Tigerfang, who agreed with me a lot, so good for you. Russ, 1974. Thank you, Russ. Nonstick Nick. Keith More Than Conquers. Joe. Thank you, Joe, for being here. Thank you, Jules, for being here, for not running away. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Lilith, for coming in late. Ron Smith. MC Scott. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 6 badges. Brilliant. Yes, Lewis, the Blazing Saddles character was named after him. Okay. So I haven't lost my mind completely. I've lost a lot of it. I need to, but thank you for pointing that out, Lucy. Oh, information is always important. Roland, the farter. Yeah, farting was funny. Mr. Methane. Yeah, I know the guy. Yeah, Mr. Methane. Alex, thank you for stopping in. Andrew Rubin. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did I forget anybody? Joe, Kate Quinn, Andrew Rubin. Kate Quinn, really great involvement. Claire, thank you, Claire. Thank you, Ludd. Thank you, Dave. Avril Rutherford was here. That was good. Janice was here. Lilith, thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful Lilith. Stuart H. The Jedster, one of the oldest supporters of the channel. Rod Greenlach. I think. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I don't know. Make it easy for me to pronounce the name. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, top fans. Thank you. Anybody, have I forgotten anybody's name? Have I forgotten anybody's name? Fought on, my brothers. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now. Is that what you're thinking about? I don't know. It's always good to see Lilith. Send everybody, go to Discord. Go to Discord. Go to Discord. That's what I'm asking. Christmas time is coming up. Let's all go to Discord so we can spread a lot more love. Nonstick Nick, you're there. Everybody go there. I don't even know why I go there, but just in case, you could, if you ever go there and you think, well, when is Lewis going to be performing? You could ask somebody, or I'll have posted in there. You guys have been good today. I'm not going to say a prayer. Lepetamain means fart maniac. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you. Kate Quinn, great show. I hope it's been all right. I got a little excited. I mean, I don't think people are used to hearing bad things about the NHS or about the idea of Filipino immigration to the country or about, that COVID or that Black Death didn't exist. Thank you. Lucy loves the farts. I'm not saying you love it, but you seem to be quite interested in it. What do we do on Discord? I'm setting you up, Lewis. What do you do? I don't know what you do. You be discordant with each other. You argue with people. I showed a picture of Terry Christian to Grok. It insists it's Gary. Who is Terry Christian? I know Terry Southern is. You guys have been good today. I'm not going to say a prayer. Proof that your prayers are punishment. No, a lot of people don't like it. A lot of people don't like it. If you liked it, I would do more of it, Joodles. It's all torture. It is all torture. Maybe that's what we need. We need to know that somebody's awake. This stream has been so good. We've had over 40 people throughout the entire show. Over 40, at least. 40 people. And it rose. It rose. We had a high of 44 people. So we're back on track. Everybody, I'm going to say goodbye. I love you. If you want me to say a prayer for you, tell me what it is. If I haven't mentioned your name, tell me. Tell me who it is. That's what I have to say. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. I'll see you tonight at 10:30. Lud, I didn't say Lud. Thank you, Lud. Thank you, Joe. 37 years old Joe. And thank you, 6 badges. I think I've named everybody, but if I haven't, tell me I haven't named you. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. Prayer is about torture and being aware. It's not about torture. I thought it was making people really happy, but if it doesn't make you happy, I won't do it. I'll just pray myself because it's actually changing my mind. My son came in, the other son, and said, "You don't believe in this. What are you doing it?" Because maybe it's God's way of making us believe. Maybe it is. Okay, so we'll see you later, everybody. We'll see you at 10:30. The stream is going to be on for another 2 minutes. Write your name back there. You don't love me, Lewis. To be honest, I don't either. I do love you, Gnome. I do love you, but you remind me of my children. They're really annoying. Lewis, read my last comment, says Lucy. I will. Let me read it. Roland the Farter's party trip was called Saltum, Stiffentum, and Petum, meaning a jump, a whistle, and a fart. A jump, a whistle, and a fart. A jump, a whistle, and a fart. Okay. I mean, was that important that I read it? You act like I don't pay any attention to you, Lucy. Okay, we are similar in age, to be honest, but regardless, it was fun today as always. Thank you very much. And I do appreciate you questioning what I have to say because this show is comedy show, number one, and I'm not a doctor. So you could take my word, whatever you want to. Keith says I ignore his son too. Now he'll be all alone at Christmas. Yes. Yeah. It was important to me, Lucy. Okay. And I appreciate that it was important to you. I appreciate that it was important to you. We will see you in at 10:30. I hope to see you.